Hey girlfriends, welcome back to the channel for another video this week. If you're new here, my name is GeranikaMycia, but all my friends call me G. And if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back this week and clicking on my face. If you haven't already, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up, like, share, comment, subscribe. Make sure to follow me over on Instagram, girl, for all of the fabulous updates, and come back each week for weekly uploads. So today we're doing a self-care Sunday check-in. This is actually my third time recording this video, and for some reason it just was like every time I would go to sit down and edit the video, y'all, I'm like, ugh, no. I don't know if it was because one, I didn't like the lighting, or it was either, I know, have you ever been in a position where it's like you know what you're trying to say but you don't have the words and you can't articulate it in that moment of how you're feeling or what you're trying to say? That's what I feel like kept happening. So today I don't care about the lighting. I'm literally recording from my vlog camera. We have the window open. I'm sitting on the floor in my pajama pants. I just put on a sweatshirt and a blanket. Nothing matters today, okay? We're gonna talk today. So I wanted to do a check-in because if you're like me, I started this year off like on fire. Something about January, I think everybody's on fire. January is the month where it's like you are full of energy, new year, new me, new habits. You just have like that motivation, like it's just there. February came, and I feel like by the end of January, that's when usually you see the gym is kind of like thinning out. You don't really see people at the gym. People are kind of like transitioning back into their old habits. Mid-February or / end of February, that's when people have just completely shook back to the old them, back to doing the same things, same habits, all of the things. And this year I wanted to be extremely mindful of that because that's usually what happens to me. In January, I'm good. February, I'm kind of like easing backwards. It'll literally start with something like, oh, I ain't gonna go to the gym today. I ain't gonna do this today. Oh, I can eat this today. It's no big deal. Or I can do this. It's no big deal. And it snowballs into me looking like it's the middle of the year and I'm doing the same thing I did last year. So this year, I'm still being very intentional with that. But if we're being honest, y'all, February was such a difficult month and nothing bad happened. I think February was just super difficult for me because coming off that high of January when everything is going well, like I'm going to the gym every day, I'm eating healthy, everything that I wanted to do, it was just flowing. Life was just easy between personal life, work, content, everything was just flowing. I'm doing yoga 3 times a week. It was good. Literally, y'all, February 1st came and knocked me over my head. February, girl, it was like literally February 1st, I'm getting emails, deadline, we need you to do this, you have to be here, do this. It was just super overwhelming. And it went from this peace to chaos. It was no in between. Literally within 24 hours, peace to chaos. And it just showed me like, although we have plans, we also have to make room for life to do what life is going to do. We are not in control of what can happen or what's going to happen. But one thing I learned through February is I'm in control of how organized I am. Like, just because opportunities come my way, I don't have to say yes to everything. I think sometimes I can move, or we can move, from a place of like this scarcity mindset of I have to do this now, or that opportunity will never come. The end of February, I literally sat down and I'm like, Geranika, you cannot put all of these things on your plate because one, you don't have the capacity to do everything all of the time, be everywhere. Don't do that, because at the end of the day, when you do it, you're still not enjoying it because you're either frustrated, you're stressed out, so it's not a good experience. But one thing I took from February: plan ahead, plan for my month, do not overextend myself for opportunities, people, things, none of that, okay? And March came. We're in March, and one thing that literally knocked me over the head in March, nothing bad, but this kind of like triggered this video, is we all have so many plans and things that we want to do, and we are so capable of doing it. But I think the thing that we don't realize is what you do with your time is so important. It was just January 1st and now we're literally in March, which is the end of Q1. For me, I break down all of my goals now, y'all, in quarters. So I have like first quarter, these are all the goals that I would like to accomplish. These are all the things that I need to, you know, do. And when you set these goals and you look at this span of time, you're like, I have time. I'm like, oh my God, Q1 is over. So I found myself opening up my journal and looking at all of the things that I wanted to do. And although February was a stressful month, my therapist told me, she was like, you have a lot of big goals. And when you put a lot of things on your plate and you see all of these things, it's kind of like, okay, how am I going to accomplish all of these things? So I learned to, each week, I take something off of my list of goals and I'm like, I don't care what nothing else. These are the only goals that I can try to accomplish this week, whether it's 1 or 2 things. The first quarter, each week, okay, this week I'm only gonna do this. This is the only thing I can focus on. And February kind of like knocked me off, so I felt like, oh, I'm back to doing the same thing. But when I sat down March 1st, and I looked at all of it's not that many. Let's say for Q1, I had 5 goals. But with those 5 goals, it's a lot of bullet points connected to each goal. So it's a lot of steps to accomplish the goal. When I looked at my goals, y'all, I literally only had 1 thing left on the list. So it literally showed me, January set me up to accomplish everything that I need to accomplish. It put me in a mindset. February came to put stress on me, to show me, okay, you need to work better and you need to prepare so you can work better in these circumstances. And March came and I was able to step back and kind of like reflect on what the things that I've been doing, and it just made me be like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you, because the hardest goals that I had, the goals that I've been trying to reach for years, y'all, and it'll be like, let's say you want to lose 20 pounds and you're like, oh, I can do that, and then you'll get this close to the goal and then you like back, you gain weight. It's like up and down. This year I said I'm going to accomplish every single thing that I set out to do or I wanted to do years, and I just kind of like keep pushing it back. When I went to write down my 2023 goals, for some reason, I don't know why I did this, Q1, I put the top 2 hardest goals that I have been trying to reach and accomplish for years at this point. And when I looked at that paper, y'all, and saw that I'm pretty much done, I'm like literally this close to reaching the last goal. And the way I'm moving, that goal will literally be done the last day of this month. So Q1, I'm literally gonna reach all of the goals that I set out to reach, and the same goals that I've been trying to reach, I'm going to say some of these I've been trying to reach for the past maybe 2-3 years, 3-4 years probably. Girl, I'm so proud. I'm so proud. So I wanted to do this self-care Sunday check-in just to kind of like motivate you, because at first I was a little discouraged. I was like, oh, Geranика, you're not gonna meet the goal. Until I sat down and I was like, wait, you almost done. What are you talking about? I think I got so frustrated with February that I let that consume me, my focus, the stress of February and all of the things that I had to do. So I didn't even realize, yeah, you were stressed out and doing all of these things, but you still were making progress. Sometimes I feel like we look at the overall goal and we want to do something so big and grand, not realizing the steps that we are taking every single day. Those baby steps that you think, it's nothing. The littlest thing is leading to the big thing. So each week when I was just only doing one thing and I felt like, oh, you're not doing enough. And then the next week I did another thing. Oh, you're not doing enough. It's the end of the quarter and all of those little steps literally led to the overall goal. It was like putting a penny, I'm trying to reach $1, and every day I'm putting a penny in a jar. Sooner or later I'm gonna reach the goal to get $1, and girl, it's just like, it's blowing my mind. So I wanted to make this video just to encourage you. If you have goals, I would highly recommend you sit down, look at those goals. And one thing that I can also say, every week on Sunday, the goals that I'm constantly writing down, I'm looking at them to keep them at the forefront of my mind, to know this is what I want to do, this is what I want to accomplish. So I would definitely recommend you sit down, look at those goals, the goals that you were writing back in January and December. Sit down and look at those goals, because you can still reach them. Don't let the end of this year come and you're like, what did I do? What did I do? You still have time. Q1 is not over, it's almost over. That is crazy, the fact that it's almost over. We're about to go into Q2. What do you want to accomplish for the second quarter of the year? You still have time to accomplish the goals. If you didn't accomplish the goals that you wanted to accomplish for Q1, I don't know if you guys when I say Q1, this is how I like literally break down my life. I have to break it down in quarters, because if not, girl, I'm all over the place. If you didn't accomplish the goals from Q1, let them roll over to Q2, but be so intentional with your goals and laser focus. I got somebody ask me, why haven't I been as consistent on YouTube? I'm tunnel vision right now, and I think I'm so tunnel vision right now because every time I get to these, I told you, these top 2 goals, they've literally been at the top of my list, y'all, for so long, and the closer I get to them, it's like I'm like, oh, I'm close, so I get comfortable and cocky, and then I get distracted, and literally I find myself letting those goals go, reaching that goal, and I have to start all over. I am too close to completing these 2 goals or reaching these goals to where it's like, I love you guys, but I'm so focused right now. So I feel like once I get these things completed, I can be back focused over here. I don't want anything to distract me from reaching these goals, because like I said, every time I get so close to it, I take my eye off it, and once I take my eye off it, it's kind of like poof, it's gone. So I'm not doing it this time. So I just wanted to encourage you, my girl, if you are getting back to your old ways, like you back eating bad, you're not going to the gym, you're not taking care of yourself, you are not, you know, doing all of the things that you said you were going to do this year, it is okay. It's every day is a day to start over. And that's another thing that I had to tell myself. Every morning I wake up and I open my eyes, that is a fresh start for me to start over. Yesterday was yesterday, but today I need to make better decisions than I did yesterday. So I had, even in February, I couldn't go to the gym how I wanted to. I couldn't go to yoga how I wanted to. And I found myself getting so discouraged. And I was just like, oh, here I am starting back over on my journey. And I was like, well, no, you don't have to start over. You may not go to the gym 7 days a week, but I'm sure you can go at least 3 to 4. Just because you're not going to the gym don't mean you have to be binge eating and eating bad. Because I'm the type of person, y'all, when I get frustrated or something, I'm like, oh, I might as well just eat. I might as well just do it, because I mean, whatever. No, do the small things, because I promise you the small things lead to the big things, and it's just helping you. Even though, like I said, the small things that you think is not helping, it's not doing nothing. On the days when I couldn't go to the gym, I would go for a walk. On the days that I couldn't go to yoga, I would do like a 10-minute yoga session at the house. Don't always like count yourself out before you even get in the game, girl. And y'all, I'm just in a season in life where I feel like the self-discovery is just on a whole nother level. It's like I literally feel my life transitioning. So it's like anytime I'm going through a transition in life, whether good or bad, I like to really be present in that moment, because I'm learning when you're present in these moments, you can take so much from these experiences in life for the season that you're about to be in. So it's like I love being able to reach back and get some wisdom from something that I already been through, because sometimes we just going through life like with letting the wind blow us, and I don't want to do that. So right now I am in a season of self-discovery, transitioning. All of the things are kind of like happening at the same time. So yeah, some days I am going to miss the upload on YouTube, because lately I want to do what makes Geranika happy. Okay, and right now the one thing that makes me happy is sitting at the pool, okay, for hours and hours and hours, reading a book, listening to a podcast, listening to a playlist. I just want to be outside. Okay, so I don't want to start rambling, but I just said all of this to say you still have time. You still have time to become the person that you want to be, do the things that you want to do, reach the goals and accomplish the things that you set out to accomplish. There's still time. Do not get distracted, girl, because the distractions are high, at an all-time high. Okay, do not get distracted from your goal. Stay focused and keep pushing through. Every day you wake up, it is another day and opportunity to do the things that you said that you want to do. I like to tell people, honor the commitments that you make to yourself the same way you will honor the commitments that you make to other people. Like if you tell somebody, I'm gonna come to your birthday dinner, I'll be there. Most likely you're gonna do everything that you can to get there. Even if you at home and you're like, oh, I don't want to go, you are gonna go. So the same way you will honor a commitment that you make to other people, honor the commitments that you make to yourself. So this has been a self-care Sunday check-in. Hopefully you guys are well, doing good. What I want you guys to do, because people actually read the comments, if you're like a comment surfer like me, I love the comments, okay? Comment down below and leave some positive words of affirmation and comments and uplifting things for someone who probably are in the dumps right now. They feel like they starting from scratch, they need help, they may not have a friend to talk to. Comment down below and leave some words of positive words of affirmation for someone who probably need it. You never know, your words are powerful, and you never know who's going to read that comment. So I will see you guys down in the comments, and yeah, even if you don't have nothing to say, just leave a heart. Bye, girl.